Welcome back to another episode of Equal Portions. Today, I'm joined by Alfonso Coles of Urban Sea. Thank you so much for joining us here today, Alfonso.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
I came to D.C. to work at D.C. General Hospital. So I worked in administration there for 20 years and focused on men's health and outpatient care in Washington, D.C. and ended up managing 2 clinics in Ward 7, Bidding Clinic and Hut Place Clinic. And being at the hospital, I got interested in diet and food and nutrition because I saw the doctors eating so bad.
The doctors? I thought you were going to say the patients.
Patients also, because people would come in and I got like this because I eat this. So like, we'll eat something else.
Easier said than done.
It's easier said than done, but it got to be where the doctors didn't want to sit next to me in the cafeteria because
you were the person.
I was looking what they're eating and said, well, why are you eating that? Why is my cardiologist overweight?
Yeah.
You know, you're telling patients to exercise and eat right, and you don't exercise at all.
Exactly. You got to lead by example.
And we had still had cigarette machines in the hospital when I started work.
Oh, okay.
So I would sabotage from a cigarette machine, put gum in there, and we sold sodas for 35 cents a soda.
35 cents?
I know that you could buy, at that time, they were at least $1, but 35 cents. You were encouraging people to drink more sodas.
Right.
In a hospital where a good number of the patients were diabetic.
Yeah. Sodas, cigarette machines.
That was always strange to me. And well, how come the water's not filtered? You can at least put filter the water in the water.
Exactly.
It was not an air filter here to make the air better.
Right.
So those kind of questions.
They start to get stuck in your head. Why are things the way they are?
Why are things the way they are? This is supposed to be a health facility.
Exactly.
That's supposed to promote health. Mm-hmm. And how can we never seem to have enough money to make it really like it should be? And you grow up thinking that why do Black folk have inferior institutions?
Right.
Why do we have to eat bad food and work in places that aren't clean? Yeah, we used to say clean is the Board of Health, which to me, when the Board of Health in the hospital should be the cleanest place.
Exactly.
So that's my background. And when the hospital closed in 1920, 2000.
Let's say that was, I think you were there.
No, I was not there. No, 2000, I started looking at other things that were of interest to me. This company, Urban Sea Corp, it started out as a LinkedIn fleet.
Okay.
So people from all over the country would put in comments and such and join if their interests were about hydroculture, aquaculture, sustainability, food deserts,
right,
shortages, so water insecurity, which is also a big thing, and transportation of food, which in the U.S. is primarily from Mexico and California. Most of our food comes from there.
Right.
And we saw during COVID how that is a problem when all of a sudden the shelves were bare and the trucks weren't arriving. People found things that they were used to weren't there anymore. And people started questioning, well, where does this food come from?
Right.
How come we in this country, we're really spoiled. We get used to seeing things on the shelves that we don't ask where's it come from.
Exactly. We just know it's there.
Why is this fruit that's out of season
available to you whenever?
Because there was a time when there's certain things you just did not eat certain times of the year because it was not available. It was not fresh. And we got so used to gassed vegetables and fruit and things that were picked a long time ago and ripens when it gets there or not.
Right.
And that we question, well, how come I can't get a fat watermelon in December?
I want it now.
I don't want to go to Whole Foods or somewhere to get a watermelon came from South America somewhere. You know, like crab meat. I bought some crab meat. I don't need crab meat from Indonesia I'm in Maryland.
Exactly.
Chesapeake Bay is right here. All my crab meat should be from Maryland.
Exactly.
Not from Indonesia. And the food they give out at a lot of the food banks. Why is my corn in a can from China?
Right.
We have so much corn here in the United States. So those are sort of, that got me interested more and more into, and I met a guy at Uber who was working with this, he was on the LinkedIn group. And he said, I want to help bring better food to their city, but I'm an old white guy. I said, well, you're with the best outreach person in DC, so let's talk about what you want.
We can make something happen. Yeah.
So that's how we got to where we are now.
Okay.
So
what was his name?
His name was Jerry Peliquin.
Jerry Peliquin. Okay.
Jerry Peliquin, and he passed away a couple years ago. But he was on a mission to get this done.
Right.
So now it becomes my mission. And so I'm like, well, if not now, where?
Exactly.
If not here, where? We are, I think Washington, D.C. is ideally suited for this urban agricultural movement.
And why do you feel like DC is suited so well for this?
Well, one negative is that we don't have a lot of available land.
Right. That's what I think of immediately, is the lack of land.
Lack of land. I've looked at other places for what we do, say Detroit, Philadelphia, Baltimore.
Right.
Places that have had an urban exodus, where you have maybe blocks of rubble where there used to be a lot of holes.
Right.
And now
abandoned
lots. And people have just started getting the bricks out of the way and playing corn or fencing it off and putting vegetables in.
Right.
And so that movement is growing in all, say, three of those places in other cities in the Midwest and in Northeast.
Right.
And you have old factories that are available and buildings that are just waiting for something to be done. So DC is not really, when you don't think about that when you think about DC.
Yeah.
So we were looking primarily in Baltimore and Philadelphia, Richmond area to make this urban agricultural vision a reality, which was year-round produce and fish as a protein.
Okay.
And source. DC is not one of those areas where you can have chickens or have rabbits growing in your back for food.
Exactly.
Goats.
Out of the question.
Out of the question. I think we might get to a point where some people will be allowed some chickens. But right now, I called a brother up in Newark, and when I called him, he was trying to bring a rooster to his hens in Newark. And the hens weren't having it. They're like, nah, we don't, he's not we don't know this guy.
Dude.
Yeah, we're not doing it. And he was having a time with that. And I had to laugh because roosters, a lot of times, they're definitely not allowed. Even when you allow hens, roosters
are not allowed. Those are no go.
They don't have a good watch. They just start crowing at all hours of the day and night. And people say, no, we're not having it. You got to live a certain distance from people to be able to have
that. Makes sense. So there's certain stuff that, like certain animals, certain crops that you just can't have in an urban environment.
You just can't. I think goats are nice, except for the ones that's clean.
Right. Yeah. Can you explain kind of how you would set up this urban farming center that you all want to have?
Yes, we want to be sustainable. We want to be profitable.
Right.
And one reason DC is good is because, well, for one thing, UDC is a University of the District of Columbia,
right, which
has an urban agriculture department.
Okay.
So they have a farm out in Beltsville, near the University of Maryland's farm.
Nice.
And a very strong curriculum in it, and graduates and grad students.
So a pipeline going straight.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So in last December, I attended an event where they had all the local schools came with their agricultural departments. And I talked to people from all over the place, Georgetown, GW, the Catholic, American, Virginia Tech, which has a stronger presence over in Pentagon area, Pentagon Row area,
Okay.
Crystal City. All of them have sustainable agricultural departments and majors now. So DC is good for it because these schools exist basically to make people like me succeed.
Right.
It's free advisory help,
Mm-hmm.
and we hope to partner with UDC to as a place where the students could do research, where the students could work if necessary.
Right.
Pay undergraduates a stipend, where their expertise would help us with
With the farming.
the farming. And our farming, again, we will have, we switched from salmon to Brazina to grow.
Yes, I saw that y'all have Francine.
And we would have big tanks in there, and we control the light, we control the air, we control the water.
And what is that called? That system?
Aquaculture.
Aquaculture.
Grass, rotating aquacultural system.
Aquacultural system. Okay.
So we filter the water and the waste. We filter the waste down. You can use the waste for fertilizer.
So it's a loop, essentially.
Just a loop.
Mm.
It's a loop.
So it's a self-sustaining system.
Self-sustaining. We don't use as much water. We lose some of it, of course, to evaporation,
Right.
but we recycle water. So we would also be a place where people could come for filtered water.
Okay.
And again, another thing that we're so used to in the United States that we always have water.
Exactly.
But if you go to a country where I remember going to Cuba and they said, well, we shut the water off in the evening. That would be okay, right? The water was, I was at a club, the water was shut off. The toilets would not flush for 4 hours in the club.
Oh my gosh.
It got really nasty after
And
midnight.
then you come home, you can't even wash
Couldn't
off.
shower.
The club is on you till the water comes back up.
Ladies, where I stayed, the lady said, well, we put some water aside for you.
Oh yeah.
I said, well, thank you.
Very kind.
Very good. Well, it says I was sweaty, and it was not pleasant to think about. Oh, okay, nobody had water.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we take it for granted here.
We do.
We drink a lot of water out of plastic bottles, which is another problem.
Right.
So we're trying to have a facility where plastics and pesticides are lessened in the food that we will be raising and selling.
Right.
So, water is filtered. Our fish will grow. Bronzino, about 18 months, we should have something that they'll be ready to eat, ready to sell, ready to consume. Most of that we hope will go to within a small radius of the facility.
Mm-hmm.
So east of the river, you will be resourceful.
Okay.
And there'll be restaurants that serve Bronzino. They get to Bronzino now from Scandinavia or South America.
Mm-hmm.
If they can get it from Ward 7, I'm sure they'll be very happy.
Happy to locally sourced.
Locally sourced. And in a matter of, we can drive it over there.
I was about to say, you're right down the street.
Right down the street. So I think, and
Very fresh.
Profish, which has about 4 restaurants
Mm-hmm.
in D.C. and one in Georgetown and a new one down at the Point,
Right.
about Navy Yard, in the wharf. They serve Bronzino, and then you can have your fish like out of the water to you in a day. That beats that.
They would advertise that. They would literally do that right out of
That's
the
right.
water, fresh.
And we used to have our meetings over at Ivy City Smokehouse,
Mm.
and they do everything there across the street from the place. Hen it, gut it,
I didn't do
take the
that.
scales off, smoke it right there. Yeah, people trained to do that. So we could they would probably partner with us to do that there. I would love to smoke Bronzino.
That sounds real good.
Sounds really good. Sounds really good. And we should come at a better price point than what they're having shipped from somewhere else frozen.
Mm-hmm.
So looking forward to that also.
And what other crops do you gonna have?
Leafy greens,
Microgreens, I thought I saw.
microgreens, and we figure in some corner we can do mushrooms. And one of my board wants us to do saffron.
Oh,
Which is you don't even see in Eastern River because it's stolen. Then it would have to be locked up. It's so expensive.
yeah. I have a little teeny.
Yeah, it only comes in a little tin. And lots of people have never tried it. It's certain foods, it's common with certain foods. So we're going to look into, because if we can grow that here instead, it will be shipped from wherever.
That's a game changer.
What's it, Middle East? Where's
Yeah.
saffron comes from somewhere.
The Middle East, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like growing opium in Southeast. It would be, the restaurants would love that.
They would.
And people that,
And it'd be cool to be known for that too.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It would be. So let me back that up. Well, right now we're proposing using there's a school, and in fact, it's 3 blocks away from where I live. The Winston School has been vacant for about 12 years.
Okay.
And school has no windows. Evidently, there's an open floor concept for the elementary school, which is fine for us because every computers control all our lights and air and such. So we don't need windows. Plus, windows is a security problem.
Right.
I know people don't think about food as being a health, that kind of safety issue, but you go to other countries
Exactly.
when other families are hungry, your little fence is not stopping them from, you worried about rabbits.
Coming and getting the food.
Oh yeah, people will come and take your vegetables.
That's very true.
And even in cities that I go to now where they have gardening communities, you need to have a fence around your place for the 2-leg and the 4-leg animals that want your crop.
Exactly.
That you spend a lot of time trying to get right.
Right.
Yeah. So but we won't have to worry about that without
having the window.
having windows. I have a classmate that went to Spelman, who's ex of Secret Service.
Oh.
That's going to make
She's handling security.
She's handling my security. So you can try to climb up on the roof if you want to.
You're not getting Brazil.
No, you're not getting to the Brazil. So that'll be a good thing. We also want to have a bodega so we could sell
connected to the facility.
to the facility.
Okay, that's nice.
So that we could have people able to come there and buy fresh fish and buy the vegetables right there.
Right.
I went to visit Acre to Acre, which is they're in Shirlington area, where they grow their vegetables inside in dirt, though. They only want to manage at the most a 10-mile radius of the facility.
Right.
10 miles from that, they want to find enough, keep doing these so that everybody can have access to fresh vegetables.
Nice.
And that's the big picture of urban agriculture, that you can be able to, and they're indoors, so of course they'll be doing year round like us. And they'll deliver if you're close by. And if you're not, you can go there and they'll have a box ready for you from what you want to eat. I love that concept.
Yeah, that's a game changer.
Yes.
And how many people would have to work in the facility? I know you mentioned having computers controlling a lot of the different elements. So in terms of staff, is it kind of like going to be a smaller operation or?
Profitable. So it has to be a certain scale to be profitable.
Right.
We have partners in Carolina, Burlington, North Carolina, and we want to do halal or kosher certification, which means you put on a hazmat suit and booties and a hair.
Oh, okay.
So
fully wrapped.
Fully wrapped, and people will be picking vegetables every day. And they'll rotate around so that everybody gets live, they all get water, and all the vegetables are half or handy. But so employee number will be small, but it'll be a significant. We could have summer youth employees, but in North Carolina, they use a lot of autistic adults who like making the money,
right,
and don't get tired of picking the vegetables.
Yeah.
So that's a plus. A lot of cities have problems with autistic adults finding them employment.
So this would be a good opportunity.
That's right. So this way they be able to pick greens out of the elements.
Right.
That was the first time I went, and I literally reached over and picked some. freshest, best tasting greens that I've ever had, and those greens have twice the shelf life of what would get in Whole Foods or Yes or Mom's Market.
Wow. And why do they have such a longer shelf life?
I think one thing because because of the way they're grown, you don't have to rinse them off.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of the plant, once you rinse them, you use some of them.
Yeah, it
starts to degrade.
Okay.
So just being able to just pluck them and eat them was like, okay, this is how they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And so I'm really looking forward to that, not only for my own health, but for the neighborhood's health. We don't have to. I think we get used to having bad places to buy our food.
Yeah.
In minority served neighborhoods, and this school is in a food desert. We do have a Lidl and a Safeway.
Yeah, but those just came, I think, I believe, like the last 5 years.
Lidl's no.
Right.
But we had a Safeway, and the other one is the Giant. That's in Ward 8. That's a little ways away too. And people, I have a lot of neighbors that hate shopping there. They go to another Safeway
because of the state of the produce. Right?
Because of the state of the produce.
I've seen the video.
Cleanliness of the store.
It's not the same as if you go to any of the Whole Foods. They have the Giants over on other sides of town, the other wards.
Right. Because I've been to Safeway and someone outside of Safeway is trying to sell me a salmon from Lidl's.
That's crazy.
And another reason we didn't do salmon was because Bronzino, we don't have to worry about is pink. A lot of people want to eat salmon if it's not pink enough for them.
Oh, yeah.
And so a lot of the producers that they use dyes or
exactly to make it pink, to make it appealing to people. Yeah,
because I bought quote unquote salmon from Lidl's. I think it just said fish on it. I didn't say where it was coming from, and it was pink.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, where's this? If it was probably North Atlantic salmon, which doesn't eat the same diet as the salmon that you get from Alaska and upper Northwest.
Right.
So, and I said, well, at least this way. Now, Bronzino, there's a lot of people have never had Bronzino. It's not one of those typical fish that Black people and Latinos eat.
I was about to say, what's the marketing campaign?
There'll be a marketing campaign for that. You know, we eat catfish and a lot of tilapia.
Yeah.
Whiting.
Yeah.
Whiting and a lot of tilapia. So it'd be one of those things. I got a note to talk to the people who are trying to market carp. They changed the name of carp to something else because people wouldn't eat
something a little bit more cute.
So like sound like the goldfish. Yeah. A lot of places in the United States, people throwing a goldfish into the goldfish, goldfish now like 2 feet long and tasty, but no one's going to.
It sticks too much. You got to change the perception.
Perception. But Bronzino, people, especially immigrants who have had it, it's Mediterranean sea bass.
Right.
So, so if you say that, you say, oh, okay, that I can like. And if we expand to the Midwest where you don't have ocean fish, because everything's freshwater. Right. We have a market for that, but we're trying to be a local resource. Mm-hmm. We're trying to be like local resource and get this going, and have students from DC School District be able to come there and look at this as a possible career. Right. And it will be a possible career. They'll be trained and know how to operate the computers and how when the fish are fed and whatever, so that they'll be able to look at this as, okay, I can do this. Yeah, take this knowledge with them. Oh yeah, because you grew up in a city, you don't think about farming. You don't think about farming. Maybe you'll watch TV, say, I'm gonna be going to oceanography or something. Yeah. But it's fishing, being, someone called me a fisherman. I had to say, talking to me, but I guess I will be a fisherman. I am a new farmer. Exactly. And this, I had to say people because I went to one of those colleges that thought they were too bougie to have agriculture as a major. I posted that in some overalls, with a thing in my neck, and you could sucking on a piece of hay or something. Just to people say, yes, we can do this. We can have that. Yeah, we can have that as a possible career. Everybody's not going to be a banker or a business.
There needs to be routes for everyone. There needs to be
Everybody.
alternative ways to go, things to.
And I talked to Florida and Tuskegee, North Carolina A&T. They said, bring it on. Once you
Oh, they're ready for it.
once you get going,
That's great to hear.
let us know. Any questions you need to know, we're here for you to answer those questions.
Right.
And Coppin State, the Cheney State, they have at UDC, hydroculture, growing fish on a small scale, so the students can see how it's done. But we're going to be commercial. We have a partner in Connecticut. All they do is broad sea. That's all they grow, and but they're not urban. They're just
Yeah.
it's
The urban side.
and we have a partner in California who wants to put 5 facilities across the United States.
Wow.
Colorado, North Carolina, and like Amazon factory type of places.
Oh, like very large scale.
Very large scale.
Yeah, okay.
Where they get purchase orders from Bronzino, and from Whole Foods and Safeway, Piggly Wiggly, every place to give them, provide them with fish and vegetables. But that's way too big for us.
Right.
Now, if we partner with them to be their urban component, that's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't need a fleet of trucks.
I was about to say,
Yeah, ice building just for ice,
yeah.
and 20 people in the back slicing and dicing. No, that's not what we want to do.
That makes a lot of sense. And where are you all right now? Like, how far along are you in the process? When can this be
Right now,
expected?
every next week, the mayor has a new a division of urban agriculture.
Oh, wow.
I just hired some people, and
Okay.
I'm asking them to call you so they could come to the show and talk about
Yeah.
what they do and what they plan to do.
Okay.
So hopefully they can shake this school loose, and we can work on a lease for the facility so we can get started. Because what it is, put some tapes and start growing the fish. We can have microgreens in 6 months
Right.
and grow vegetables, and they'll be ready. But the fish, it takes a little long.
How long does a fish usually take?
About 18 months.
18 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a pan-sized fish.
And
Oh, at University of Maryland, Baltimore County, UMBC, has a facility in the harbor, Baltimore. They're growing stuff. They have crabs. They're growing crabs and
I think you told me about this facility because I was saying I wanted to
I
see
called
one.
them back. You're going to get a tour.
Oh,
You're gonna get a
perfect.
tour.
Oh, I'm
They have
excited.
tuna in the indoors. They're going,
Nice.
and they have the waste. The methane from the waste has lights come on. So they're really into what perfecting that in there. And again, they're paid by the taxpayers
Yeah,
to be a resource for people like myself in Urban C.
exactly.
If we have a question, yes, well, how can we help?
Exactly. How can we get you set up like we're set up?
Those crabs, because I have people that want to go shrimp.
You got me excited at crabs. I love crabs.
Can you imagine growing crabs in your basement? That's crazy. But they're figuring it out there. They have sharks swimming around in the bay. The tour's going to be a trip.
I'm so excited for the tour. I'm ready for the tour.
I have a lady that wants to do horseshoe crabs.
Oh,
Evidently, a quart of their blood is $60,000 for a quart.
wow.
I said, I would have done that out of high school. Let's go set them up, have more IVs.
Yeah.
That sounds cool, but
Very much.
the blood is blue for some.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's used in biomedical research. Well, if we got a coordinated facility to do that,
Exactly.
come on with it.
I feel like there's so much opportunity. It's really endless.
We have no competition.
Right.
It's a new field, and we, like I said, if not now, when?
Right.
5 years from now, 6 years from now, we can have this going this year, get this started, and be at the forefront,
Ahead of the competition.
ahead of the competition. If we get bought out by the Green Giant or something, so be it. But we can get this started. This is us feeding us.
Yeah.
This is inner city people feeding inner city people.
And it's more important now than ever with all the changes that have come with this new administration and everything. Being able to like feed ourselves, very crucial.
Very crucial. And it's bipartisan. Republicans had President Trump can't cut but so much money because all the people that are growing everything, we voted for him. So
You would think, right?
you would think they're like, hey, wait, what's going on here?
Right.
Even the snow we just had, people there was a run at a lot of the stores. You go in the market, shelves were bare.
It was gone.
Produce was worse than it normally is.
I know.
You know, you can go buy some radishes and maybe some Brussels sprouts at the bottom of
The bottom of the bin.
bottom of your bed. You have cruise. Yeah, I had Brussels sprouts last night, but it's these kind of events that make us think about where is our food coming from.
Right.
Now, people complain to me at Psalm and Martha's Table. We give out a lot of vegetables that people waste.
Oh.
People aren't eating the kumquats and cucumbers.
Oh, so they feel like the kumquats and the cucumbers just sit. People aren't even picking them up on them.
Or they take them and they don't know how to use them, and that's real.
That's fair. That's what you have to have, like courses and classes.
Yeah,
and stuff
courses
to show
and class.
people how to cook this.
So we're gonna have a test kitchen in our place, a place where you can sit and come out to learn how to grow, how to cook what we grow,
Right.
or how to cook what we don't grow. There's there are a lot of foods that are available from our local farmers and gardeners.
Right.
That a lot of people, I didn't eat Swiss chard when I was growing up, not even kale, really.
Yeah.
And my collard greens were usually overcooked and mushy. Spinach the same way.
All right.
You know, and spinach out of a can, I wouldn't even attempt right now to eat it. But that's what I grew up. Asparagus, no way.
Yeah.
Growing up. So there's a lot of things which I've gotten used to. And our neighborhoods need to get used to as we need to take control over our food and where it comes from. And we can protest. That I used to protest against fast food restaurants. Today I had good food on. There's a new Bojangles coming in right next to the Popeyes chicken.
Is that necessary?
Is that necessary?
Why does it gotta be red side by side?
A wing paste next to it, and like, does anybody cook it? And I'm like, why is that? We need to look at some of these places like it's a drug place or something.
Because it is.
It really is.
It is.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Yeah.
And they're killing people.
Especially in our communities, we already have high rates of heart disease.
Yeah.
All of these.
It's a slower death.
Exactly, but it'll still get you.
Yeah, it'll still get you. Just it's like having to open up a candy store.
Right.
We don't need another liquor store in the neighborhood.
No.
And people, but we have politicians now. Well, we have 5 new stores in our neighborhood.
What kind of stores?
What kind of stores are there? There's nail salon, a tobacco place, and they take their money back to Virginia where the owners live.
Right.
And leaves the neighborhood. We need things that benefit, that uplift the race, that uplift our nutrition
Exactly.
in our neighborhoods. And if it's unhealthy, we should protest against it. Not just because we have empty body full retail that's available. Just we're trying to fill it with whoever wants to be in.
Yeah, or take it.
Yeah, we
have to set the standard for our community.
We need to set the standard.
We're not going to take it.
No, that we're not going to take it. Find something else.
Yeah.
I am heartened, and I was with Dreaming Out Loud, that there are more young people, female mostly too, who are like, no, we're going to grow good things.
It's just become really big. There are so many farmers that I'm following in the area. Like you said, a lot of women really pushing forward and trying to spread a message out there. It's great to see.
Great to see. And in the spring, I'm going up of Quack. The 2 sisters that wrote a book on farming and about New York, the upstate New York. Yeah.
Okay.
They said, come on up, see what we're doing. Atlanta, also going down there to check out what they're doing down there. Duranche was down in the Tidewater area. Back up to Philadelphia. I have a high school classmate that was mayor there.
Oh, nice.
And next mayor was at my high school the year after.
So what high school is this, y'all?
St. Joe's Prep. So I had a good connection, and I still go up there in Camden, New Jersey, across the river as part of their gardening, because I want to get to know what they need, what
exactly
they're doing. And Department of Agriculture has now the urban offices. Before, the urban office was in the suburbs. So I think people just didn't bother.
Exactly. Progress.
So now that they have an office in Philadelphia where you can go and find out, where's the grant money? How can I get some good soil or whatever I need?
How can I begin?
How can I begin?
There's a lot of classes too going on now.
Yes.
To show people how they can start, because it's that intimidation factor of thinking like, I don't even know where to begin with this. It's not something I can do.
What kind of soil do I need? A greenhouse? What kind of greenhouse? When do I plant this? Where do I plant?
Exactly.
So that's great. Every year it's a larger and larger community. The consciousness is getting more and more. So it's nice to wake up every day working on something that
matters.
Yes. That's good in Lord's eyes, that you're doing something.
It was a good word.
Like, what would Jesus do? Jesus would be doing just what I'm doing right now.
Exactly.
Trying to help people, make people healthy, live longer. And then having been at the hospital where you got to feel that everybody was sick.
Right.
He could be so people coming every day. Like, you just gotta just like when you watch TV, there's all the drug companies, there's new drug out, new commercials. There's a commercial every 15 minutes about some kind of drug for some kind of illness.
Exactly.
Oh, damn. Somebody who's not wanting something.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. There are places where you can go where people are not all
something new.
Everybody is not nutritionally deficient. That you don't have to be nutritionally deficient. Look at food as medicine. Think about what you're putting in your body every day.
Exactly.
Make conscious decisions about what you buy and what you're putting into your body. So what you feed your kids and seniors. What you feed your pets.
Yeah.
That grows that's
true.
$1,000 of business. Just incredible.
I mean, that's changed a lot, but it's doing very well. I feel like people are very conscious now about what they're, even more so than what they're eating. I know people who feed their pets.
That's because a lot of times your pet doesn't have insurance. I know more people that have paid thousands of dollars for medical care for their pets.
Right. But then they won't go to the doctor for themselves.
They won't go to the doctor for themselves. But you spend it on the cat and the dog.
Exactly.
I digress.
Exactly.
We're working on this facility so it can be a center. And since it used to be a school, we should be able to have classrooms where people could have offices.
And then
the guardian groups, the dreaming out loud, all we should be able to have office space in there and classrooms to teach.
Right.
Repeat the class. We'll have a place where you can learn how to cook. What we sell, and
also the community center. A community center.
Our nutrition,
community
diet,
yeah,
food center for the community. And hopefully a space where if you want to have a small event, you can have it there. It has fresh food, right?
That's what I was thinking, literally funneling it through.
Because even the schools I talked in, Florida A&M, A&T, A&T, which is the largest HBCU,
right?
Tuskegee, their students don't eat what's grown on, but they don't grow enough in their fields to feed the students. Which I thought was strange. That they should be able to have enough food that even if certain times of the year, you should be able to get fresh from their own farms.
Right.
So, but we'll be able to at least have Bronzino Day at UDC, where you can, and if hopefully the greens will come from our facility, and they have a farm too. They have a farm also.
Right.
But I want to make that connection with the whole student body because our food was terrible at college, and
same,
and a lot of colleges, right? They just don't want you to go home being thin.
Yeah.
As long as you look like you were like
exactly. As long as you get the carbs in there.
Carbs in there, driving. You what's more mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese.
You're good to go.
With the freshman 10.
Yes. A freshman 15 probably.
Oh, yeah, freshman 15. That's a 15. So yeah, schools and how will we feed our kids? Elementary schools.
Right.
Will we get them in the daycare centers? It starts there. And again, teaching the kids, getting them acclimated to foods that they might not get at home. And I know a lot of people don't cook. A lot of moms say, don't cook much at home. And if the kids don't eat it at home, they might tend not to eat it at school. I know I used to volunteer and they throw out a lot of food in the cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
But it is better than it used to be.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, man, you used to get salads and it was just like all tasteless lettuce with no nutritional value.
They're trying now.
When then ketchup was a vegetable.
Yeah. And the milk push, I remember milk was the only thing that was important. It was like, just get your milk in and you're good to go.
And a lot of milk ended up in the trash.
Oh, yeah.
It was sad. That was sad. But hopefully, but the whole part of this whole movement is to get better.
Right.
And it's going to take a lot of education, a lot of change to get that done. And we hope to be a catalyst for that change east of the river, specifically in Ward 7 and 8, specifically. Because there's a movement out there that wants to champion and push what we're trying to do.
Exactly. You already have the support behind it.
Have the support behind us coast to coast, that this is an example of what we should be doing. Shine a light on DC.
Yeah.
That would be great. And we do have partners, people that have hydroponic sets up in storage containers that can be shipped somewhere.
What's hydroponics? Can you explain for the viewers?
Growing your vegetables just using water, no dirt.
Okay.
So just growing your vegetables that way. And we have partners that are pulling the water out of the air, so they set up there and they get the air out, the water out the air, so that you can have drinkable water.
Very efficient, yeah.
Out of the humidity in the air. So we have a lot of things that we can merge with to try to make. I'd love to go to Africa. I envision an on-land facility,
right,
run by women, staffed by women, where women have control of the protein source for their families.
I would love that. And where do you want to start? Like where in Africa?
I think Kenya and there's a couple other countries where this is happening too.
Okay.
And a lot of places that countries have sold their fishing rights to China, who are fishing from huge boats with huge nets, with guns on their boats.
Can't even compete with that.
No, you can't compete with that.
No.
Countries where women aren't allowed to have a boat or buy an engine for the boat.
Why?
But the women control the food. So that's where I see us at some point in the future.
Okay. That's exciting. It's like the local side, but then also the international,
International.
Yeah.
Botswana does cattle, but they know that cattle is not sustainable to grow. They need a lot of feed, a lot of land for cattle.
Right.
So they either they're landlocked. They might have a lake there. They probably have a lake there somewhere. But they need to do work on aquaponic and look at fish as protein. Fish, the same way you fish is I think 4 times the amount of protein for the dollar.
Okay.
You get from using fish as a source as opposed to a beef cow. So it's the future. Now there's a professor we're working with at UMBC at Inner Harbor.
Okay.
Who's working out on the West Coast with making salmon in a petri dish.
Wow.
So now that might be the future.
I was about to say, so many people doing so many different things.
I know, and we get it. We get the information. It comes to us. We talk about it.
Yeah,
it can be overwhelming.
It kind of is. Yeah. It's like where do you jump on? Where do you go to next?
I'm just trying, and I try not to get. I try to focus on
one thing. Could be hard though when there's so many exciting things.
And a lot of the things are very interesting.
Right.
Out of the fishing, the fight and the fishing, it's really a battle in some areas of the world. Trying to get this protein to the people.
Yes.
And then overfishing and what species are new, or we're overfishing someplace with fish are dying and you're losing out on them. So that's for other people to worry about. Another good thing about BDC, every organization has an office here. Every issue has an office.
Has some type of base.
Has some type of base here to be able to talk to congressmen and people in the Senate about their and I one of my I can't think of his name, fraternity brothers, Morehouse guy. He's on the agricultural committee now.
Okay. What fraternity?
Warfield. Is Warfield? Warfield. From Atlanta. I can't. Oh man. And the Congress and the brother from New Jersey. They're both on the food agricultural committee now.
Okay, nice.
So we're working. Alpha Phi Alpha. You said Morehouse guy.
Okay.
So
we got another out there.
I know there's something about him.
And I'm an AKA, so.
I have 8 aunts, 6 of them are AKs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. My mom, my grandma, great
Yeah,
girl.
it's
Yeah,
like that.
it goes.
Yeah. So they said, whenever you get this, let us know,
Right.
so we can look, looking at things to do with that. So I'm proud of that. That happened during at the probably Obama administration.
Right.
I'm not going in there, but we need to have people in positions of authority, especially at all the cuts they made at the Department of Agriculture and Department of Commerce. We import 90% of our salmon. That's not sustainable.
90% is crazy.
That's crazy.
That is just, yeah.
But we go in the store, you're like, oh, no problem, we'll get some salmon.
Yeah.
93% of our salmon comes from South America or Scandinavia. So we need to look at where, and I have calls into Commerce Department and Department of Agriculture, because it's got to be somebody's job to decrease those numbers.
Right. I mean, and you also spoke about earlier about this being a bipartisan effort, which I feel like that really speaks to that.
Yes.
I mean, everyone would want to have more homegrown food.
That's right.
It shouldn't be a, divided issue.
Even because we have people that contact us that are the feed that you, the quality of your fish might depend on what you're fed. And in IMAT, they're working on vegetarian fish.
Right.
Where you're giving them a good quality protein source for your fish, or that's made that's vegetarian and not out of and not out of whatever's caught in nets.
Right.
Out of sea.
Exactly.
So not fish eating other fish. So that's the thought too. We're working, and there are grants out there for businesses like ours to get started in some of this.
Right.
Again, we come to the table and they're like, oh, we didn't think about your kind of business. We thought about the guy that needs a greenhouse, or needs some equipment for his farm, a new tractor.
You're challenging mindsets with it too.
I'm challenging mindsets, and so I'm kind of think outside the box.
Exactly.
About what we need to do, what we do. So we need to look at where those grants are and kind of expand. But we're doing that now. We're looking at foundations and family offices. And of course, we're kind of new, so we look at who has invested in urban agriculture in the past.
Okay.
And it's probably not going to be what we're doing, but if they have an interest in it, then we're going to ask them, why don't you take interest in us, have a long-term interest in what we're doing. And we're not a nonprofit. We're about having a profitable, sustainable business. That appeals to people too. Yes, that we won't come at you every year for another.
Exactly. People don't want to hear that. They want to hear what
you do with the last $500,000 we gave you.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
What's my cut out of this? Yeah.
Yeah, right. So we want to be able to give some money back to will be, I guess, shareholders or investors.
Right.
To show that or even those that altruistically want to see things get better in urban areas. We want to be able to come back and say, yes, we made this difference in what we're doing. Be a success.
Right.
So that's our plan on the short term to apply for these grants, and we'll be a source for that. We can have someone in the office that's all that they do, not only for us but for somebody who has a backyard and they want to grow corn or whatever in the backyard. Well, these are some grants. You can put up a greenhouse and you have a longer grower season. We can get you some good fertilizer.
Right.
That's not toxic, and mushrooms and whatever you want. We can find a grant for you to do that, or we have a list of family offices.
Yeah.
That totally overwhelmed me. That there was a place you could go to that had a list. This is 5,000 people who have $500 million to spend. Each of them has that much money to spend.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, well, because people, that beats a GoFundMe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even think about that. I think a lot of people don't think about that.
They don't even think about it. And there's another list of like sports agents that go find LeBron James. The people that make money have ways. They have to put money somewhere because IRS will take it all.
Exactly.
They can't all buy well, some of them buy too many Lamborghinis and buy mom and all the boys
Yeah,
a new house.
but there's some people who are like, I want to be part of the next thing.
Part of the
I
thing,
want to be part of
exactly.
the thing pushing us forward.
That,
Where can I put my money?
yeah, that's right. I grew up on sardines and peanut butter.
Exactly.
And I want to eat. Sardines are expensive.
But I say things have changed. The tin can fish is like very popular
Very
now.
popular now.
It's like $15 a can at Whole Foods.
If you get it
The
right.
good ones,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Some good olive oil. Anyhow, but yeah. So that's a whole nother list too.
Right.
So we're hoping to expand what we're doing, and the guy that came to Morehouse and paid everybody's tuition. Mm-hmm. He has a foundation. I'm contacting him also. So
you got a list, long list, checking it twice.
it's not long as opposed to someone else who's doing a regular type of business.
Right.
Because aren't that many that are focused on, say, on urban agriculture. Mm-hmm. But it's a long list when you have a couple hundred people that you can possibly choose from.
Exactly.
But when we get these people, we'll be able to hand out, say, call someone that are doing gardening or urban farming that are not doing aquaculture, and say, okay, but this guy has money for what you do.
Exactly.
This person has money for this, because everybody won't be able to get the list that we have.
Right.
So that we hope to be a resource for the whole gardening community. Like you said, where you can come and get lessons, not only on how to find grants, but how to get started growing healthy things for your family, for yourself. So
it's going to change the community so much. It's going to change that part of Ward 7 and Ward 8.
Yes.
Having that center area where people can there's going to be children who grow up going to this type of facility, and that's just going to be part of their mindset now. It's not even going to have to be something that's like, knocked into them.
Because people have never seen a fish.
Yeah.
Except at the pet store.
Exactly.
I mean, actually swimming around. They've never seen that.
Now you'll be able to see it all the time. You'll be going to the bodega and getting branzino.
And
like, that's a completely different thing.
And we'll have tours for the kids to come and see. They can see where the fish came from, see them swimming around, and it's like, oh, okay, wow.
Yeah, it's a game changer.
How to see the vegetables. Because you go up in the city, I never saw gardens much in the city. People actually growing something, maybe flowers, but not vegetables. So I think it'll help the neighborhood be able to do that. Now in Philadelphia and Jersey, if you don't cut your grass long enough,
they're turning your plot.
Your backyard is now.
I kind of like that though. I like that.
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
And I've done a couple of those cleanups in Camden, where they clean it or lean it.
Yeah.
It's like clean it or we're gonna grow something and. Yeah, please show your face so we can find you, because we haven't seen you in 5 years, and you have this backyard that's full of car tires and cinder blocks.
And now it's our garden.
It's our garden.
It's our garden. You were just going to let it sit and be a mess. And we're going to change that.
So that's I'm all for that. A guerrilla farming.
Yes, guerrilla farming. We did a piece on that as well.
Take it over.
And how can people keep up with you, your journey, Urban Seed, all of that?
Well, we have a website, urbanseedcorp.com, and my contact information is on there. I'm a resident of Ward 7, and I love to answer questions. I'm trying to get a local base of supporters. Yeah. I haven't found anybody who doesn't support what we're doing, and that's great when you wake up, because I'm in a grant group, and the people that are trying to open up a nail salon or a coffee shop. That's nice. It's nice to be an entrepreneur.
We have a lot of those.
We have a lot of those, though.
Yeah.
We have a lot of those.
Time for something different.
Yeah. Even though I applaud, especially a sister that opens up a nail or hair place.
Right.
We spend a lot of money on that. So if we need to own a few of those.
Yeah.
But sometimes we have enough in the neighborhood. So try to do something different. It's going to take a little work. It's going to take some PR.
Right.
See what Bronzino is. We'll probably have a lot of free. Hopefully, we can have a fish fry.
Oh.
At least once a month, where the neighbor can come and have.
That would be great.
And get some free fish, and we should be able to do a free salad for people.
Yeah.
If you live in the, show your address. Okay, come get a salad.
It's been a long time since I went to a fish fry.
Vegetable soup.
Yeah, that too. That'd be nice.
Some vegetable soup, gumbo or something.
Just try it out.
Chowder, something. Try it out. or or know that at least once a month or maybe once a week you can come and get an inexpensive meal
Right.
that's healthy for you.
Exactly.
Why does good food have to be so expensive? So we'll look at that, and of course, like I said, we're trying to make a profit too. So,
Right.
but
It's gonna be balancing that.
balancing
There is
that
a
out,
balance.
that'll be the challenge, to balance
Right.
that out and be a source for things like that.
For sure.
Even if we're not frying the fish that we're actually growing, but just to get people together around food in a positive way.
Exactly.
So that would be a good thing.
And are there social?
And mushrooms, black folk don't eat a lot of mushrooms either,
That's true.
and especially different type of mushrooms. And there's so many mushrooms out there that are good for you. Microgreens is another thing that good for you that we don't see it on a lot of our tables.
No.
So
no.
there's a lot of
I'm even guilty of that. I'm like, how would I prepare? How would I do
yeah.
microgreens?
So
I need to see. I need to come to a class.
you got a seat. We'll have a seat for you down front. No problem.
For sure.
Okay.
And socials. Are there socials that we can follow you all on?
Well, we're trying to beef up. We were told by the family office that we need to beef up our online presence
Yes.
as a business.
Mm-hmm.
So we're working on that now. We have a couple people that say they can do that for us.
Okay, perfect.
So that, because I get a lot, like I get a lot of content on fishing and gardening things that we can start putting things
Put it
out there
online.
and
Yeah.
blog and get things. So we're showing activity.
Exactly.
So we're working on that now because we realize that's been a deficit on again, having too many old folk on the board and working for free. We're gonna get some people that, and
You need to get some interns. You
intern.
need to get some Gen Z interns in there.
I got called from
doing
4
social.
colleges about interns.
Perfect.
When are you ready for some interns? So that'll be a great help for us, and we hope to be able to have paid internships.
Exactly.
So we get people that gets a pocket change. We're not gonna pay you in fish. We'll give you
and
some.
microgreens.
You put something in your pocket and
Yeah.
be proud of that you're working for a new high tech place of business in Ward 7.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting. Well, thank you so much for
Sure.
joining us and
My
telling us
pleasure.
all about Urban Sea and your journey and your background. We really appreciate it. And you all can follow us at Equal Portions on Instagram and on TikTok, and obviously listen to us on air. WPFW 89.3 will be airing Alfonso's interview, and we will have the full interview and clips on YouTube and our TikTok as well.